Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I'm Jordan. This is James, and today we're going to talk about the furthering creepiness of Ben Shapiro and why people should not fucking trust this guy. Let's be honest here. Guy's a creep to me. But first, please consider donating to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The link is in the description box. The website is in the intro to this video and our past videos. Please consider donating. Doesn't take much to at least look at the website, read the story, and, may influence you to make a donation. Any amount will help. $1, $20, $100. Please donate. Okay, so Ben Shapiro released a video today. He's mainly talking about Joe Biden running and a little bit of Beto O'Rourke. Typical shilling shit he does, to where he's, trying to knock down the competition already, even though those guys, he's knocking down competition while building up the wrong type of competition at the same time.
Yeah.
He's considering these guys as premier candidates, and I think most people are like, no.
Yeah.
I think, we're a small channel. We have 200 subscribers. When we make videos about Tulsi Gabbard, the views go up. We made one video about Andrew Yang. It's above our average of views. And Bernie, Bernie's just going to have his followers.
Yeah.
He broke a record with donations within a 24-hour period. I think it was $4 million.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Biden's not pulling that. Kamala Harris is not pulling that.
No.
Beto O'Rourke, maybe. Not like that, but he'll get support because, dumb celebrities, LeBron James, Beto O'Rourke, yeah.
No.
People don't look into policies. Will support the cool guy, the cool-looking guy. And Ben sort of points that out, doing the fake voices and shit. But the reason we're doing this video is because what he says after all that political stuff. He starts talking about Ilhan Omar again. It's like, Ben, are you trying to sink your fucking, your fan base?
Yeah.
Are you trying to destroy your fan base? Other than the guys who are already on the pro-Israel, no matter what team, those guys who are on that team already, they'll be like, yeah, Ben. But most people are going to say, fuck you. Pretty loudly.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing saving you is that you're talking about other Democrats and you're talking about SJW things and all that shit. So you had to sneak in the little anti-Semitic shit that you run on.
That's not even subtle, really.
And it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's blatant bullshit. Let's hear this bullshit.
That's basically where things stand. Meanwhile, the Democratic extremism is not relegated only to the 2020 race. There's an unfortunate truth. Anti-Semitism has a home in the Democratic Party. It does. And Ilhan Omar...
Here we go.
Already. I don't play identity politics. Facts over feelings. There's a
does.
problem in the Democratic Party. It's anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you made a whole video about Black Panther, the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Guys, calm down. This isn't the civil rights movement. It isn't the ending of slavery. It's just a movie, a make-believe movie. Why are you going so crazy about it?
Please don't imitate his voice. I don't want to, I'm imagining him right next to me, God. Dying inside.
So it's like, what the fuck, man?
I'm gonna lie for my masters. Come on, man.
I'm angry at people enjoying a movie.
He's gonna call her anti-Semite no matter what, because she criticized AIPAC.
Yeah. He's a pipsqueak, man. He's a weasel.
A pipsqueak? That's perfect.
He's a dork. His yarmulke, he should have the propeller on there.
The propeller?
All right, let's continue. See, just a sentence in, half a sentence in, and it's like, you're a fucking fraud, man.
Yeah.
You're a fraud.
He's a phony. Yeah.
Hopefully someday your fans recognize that when you sell them down the river. When they realize...
Oh, yeah. They don't get it, man. His fans, if I'm speaking to the fans right now, it's like, hey, guys, he'll sell you out. He will sell you out if it means whatever for his team.
Yeah.
He will
But,
sell
but
you
he's
out.
pro-conservative. Just wait until it's your turn. All right, let's hear him.
Is praised by the higher ups in the Democratic Party, despite saying routinely anti-Semitic things. Every 2 weeks, she has to apologize for anti-Semitism. She's like that GIF from Futurama.
I don't think she apologized.
That's
for
ridiculous.
I don't think she apologized for anti-Semitism.
He's what's the word?
Malignant,
Yeah,
malevolent.
dude's a bullshit artist. Apologizing every 2 weeks for what?
Yeah,
I already stated my opinion on her apology itself. It's like
yeah.
you have nothing to apologize for.
And here's what his fans do. He said he was sorry about being, wanting more settlement expansions and okay with civilian deaths as long as it's not his team. It's like he apologized for that. It's like,
Then what's this?
do I believe that? No.
What's this? What's all this shit that's making me say like, hey, he lied? He's not sorry.
That's the funny thing. Like
It's called
that,
saving face. You know.
I don't know who it was. I forgot the name, but the commenter that said that about us being like he didn't seek redemption. He didn't honestly seek redemption.
No.
I don't see that. At
I don't
all.
see evidence. You know.
He's literally going on about someone
Yeah.
who has apologized in a different way, but he's basically saying, "Oh, she doesn't get any redemption for this. She's a lifelong anti-Semitic, hates Jewish people." Let's continue.
Criticizing the Israeli government and as well as AIPAC does not mean you're You're an anti-Semite.
In fact, that's
Fucking ridiculous. If anything, you're.
I believe the Al Jazeera documentary said that that's a tactic that they use to protect. Yeah,
In these rooms, they teach you how to debate and what to say and how to react.
yeah,
Real quick, right? This one girl, they were in a college, right? And it was some sort of debate going on in front of a board. And the girl said on the opposing side, like I don't want to say team is Israeli, like we'll call it pro-Israel, pro-Israel students. They were saying something in regards of, I know I'm not going to win this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call her anti-Semite, and we don't stand for this. So they literally get up and leave, and that makes a statement a lot louder than any of these words can.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking cold and calculated. That's scary.
When the UN has meetings about Israel, certain things, doesn't have to be Israel specifically, but you'll see certain Western nations get up and leave, like while people are talking. Like, these guys are supposed to be diplomats, and they're leaving,
Yeah.
leaving in the middle of someone talking, making an argument, whether they're right or wrong. Like, you should sit there and fucking listen to it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
This guy's no shame. He's shameless.
He's a creep. He's a creeper.
Yeah.
Or he acts like a creeper.
No,
I should say.
I would say he is.
I'd say
You don't do this shit unless.
I'd say his ego is on creeper
There you go.
status.
There you go.
Days since accident, the person who goes up and nails up a 1 and then the 1 falls down to reveal a 0. Days since anti-Semitism. Ilhan Omar, usually it's about 10, and then she has to reset it back to 0.
What are you
So
talking
you will
about?
recall that Ilhan Omar,
Yeah.
Wait,
What is
wait,
he?
just wait, look quick. Notice he will not give you any specific examples. He won't quote anything, and if he ever does quote something, it's going to be very short, and then he'll fucking twist the words around and give his own little opinion on whatever is being said. So he's never really quoting anybody. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we should.
She'll say something like this. This is when how you say her name? First name?
Ilhan.
Ilhan. This is how Ilhan Omar really hates the Jews. This is what she said right here. She hates Jews because. Then she'll get quoted. See? It's like, no, asshole.
I should turn my responses into a psychoanalysis of Ben Shapiro. I can see him looking for the gleam in Daddy's eyes when he says things.
He wants.
I think he wants Daddy's approval. I think he was raised this way, and I think he's consistently he has a super ego representative of his dad in his head. His dad or his mom or some dad figure or mom figure that's been super influential in his life. He has that representative in his ego somewhere floating around, and he's constantly looking up for approval from it. It's like, yeah, you did good, Ben.
Creepy.
That's right, anti-Semitic. Let's continue. Oh, by the way, any commenters, challenge me on this. Call in and challenge me on this. I will make a full-on psychoanalysis of Ben Shapiro for you. I'd like to hear your rebuttal for it.
like literally 2.5 weeks ago, tweeted out it's all about the Benjamins with regard to American support for Israel, as though the Jews, the nefarious Jews.
You mean the lobbyists?
Yeah. AIPAC lobbyists.
Ah.
Well, it's only $3 million. So that's money.
Notice he'll never talk about that. He won't talk about it.
No.
No, he'll just say the nefarious Jews and his stupid little fucking, you're not funny. Little like, ooh, the Jews. Like, notice how he'll just go to that. This dude has no real argument.
Yeah. And in fact, one of the commenters will say to us, "Oh, you guys are sitting there just making fun of voices of Ben Shapiro." Meanwhile, we're watching him do it. We're literally reacting to him doing that.
Well, here's the difference.
That happened with our last
here's the
video
difference.
where he's mocking Bernie's voice.
Yeah.
And it's like, then we start mocking his voice, and they're like, "Why do you don't have an argument, so you have to make fun of his voice?"
Pause it.
It's like, I want to do a Jimmy Dore here.
It's like it's literally like, come on, man. Look, I make fun of his fucking voice, right?
yeah.
And I have an argument. So don't fucking come to me with that shit. This guy literally has no argument. He just calls him a socialist, whines, and he doesn't. Whatever fucking argument you think you're hearing. No, he made an argument. Yeah, maybe he did. But listen to it.
Yeah, really listen to it. Try breaking it down yourself. See what happens. Become a scientist in this area. Break it down without bias and see what happens. Let's continue.
We're paying off Americans to support Israel. And then she apologized for it, but not really. She says, no, I never apologized for being anti-Semitic.
Stop, pause
And
it.
she walked back her own apology.
You know what she apologized for, even though I'm fucking against it, because you should never fucking go back on something like that. Not even that she took back her own words. I'm sorry, she basically said, it's all about the Benjamins, referring to AIPAC, and she apologized for it. Well, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. No, don't fucking be sorry. They get offended, that's their own fucking fault.
Yeah, then they're children, and they deserve to be at
All
the
right,
children's
so
table.
that's why she apologized, not because of this shit.
Well,
He's throwing in words here.
yeah.
She didn't apologize for being anti-Semitic. Shut the fuck up, man.
We'll have Thanksgiving dinner at the adult table. Those guys can sit at the kids' table, and a lot of them. There's been our past Ben Shapiro videos. There's been some children there. Let's be honest. I'm not talking about John. John's cool. One of our commenters, John. I know him. But those other guys, I forgot his name. Eric.
I don't know.
Goldberg or
Don't
some
know.
shit like that. Children. Step up, call in, stop being children.
Well, here's one thing. It's way more effective to fucking call in.
Yeah.
If you want to know what I mean, right? By Ilhan Omar, she's not the one. Really? That's childish. Listen, that person in that position should be immovable. They should be morally right. 100%.
All right. In that case, I sort of took both sides. Me personally.
Now, for me, I expect.
I understand.
I expect the best.
If it's their first time hearing this and they hear "fuck that guy," they might think something like, "Oh, have you looked at this guy? What's going on here?"
I like to leave room for interpretation.
So I took both sides on that.
I'm just what do you call it? Cementing my stance. That's
Okay.
literally what I meant.
Okay. All right. Let's move on here. And here's baby Ben looking for daddy's approval.
Apology.
You've since apologized unequivocally for the tweet. You've said rightly that anti-Semitism is real. But just to be clear, I mean, we're a few weeks on now.
I mean,
What were you apologizing for? Was it a badly worded tweet that you were apologizing for? Or was it for being anti-Semitic wittingly or unwittingly?
oh, absolutely not. I apologized for the way that my words made people feel. The reason
Silly.
and the purpose of the apology was to make sure that the people who were hurt felt understood and heard.
Okay, that's
I don't think it's silly
I think it's silly.
to show empathy for
No.
people that.
It's silly to. I'm sorry if my words offended you. It's like, listen, this is big. Don't fucking apologize. Tell them, hey, why are you offended? Ask. This is what I meant. If you don't understand what I mean, don't apologize. To me, that's empathy.
I would apologize in a
I
different way. I'd say, I'm sorry you feel that way, but blah, 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 blah.
It's the way it's presented to me. I'm like, don't fucking do
I
it.
leave room for children. I put it that way. All right.
That's an amazing non-apology, right? That's so fresh and so face.
She
Fucking
doesn't have to apologize. That way, the way she apologized, I understand. But she doesn't have to apologize for how Ben Shapiro looks at her.
no.
You're full of shit, and you're a daddy's boy. Let's be like Carl Jung could sit you down and point out why you're doing this. He can point out your animus and put it right in front of your face. Like, oh, you have this superego psychological complex here. It's your dad, or some sort of daddy figure.
Yeah.
You're looking for approval from this ethereal thing floating around in your ego. Do you see it? It's right here. Call in. I dare you.
Oh, him?
Anyone.
Oh, he'll never do it.
Anyone who cannot see that psychological analysis. If you can't see it, call in. I'll explain.
Or if you can't fucking see how corrupt this dude is blatantly, then fuck, I don't have time. You have a phone, you can call in. If you have enough time to fucking put down, like, go on your keyboard or your fucking, like, phone and tell me, like, write me paragraphs how I'm wrong, you can call in. It's a lot faster and it's a lot simpler, so don't tell me it's hard,
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Omar. I mean, on the cover of Rolling Stone with Nancy Pelosi, smiling and grinning away, open anti-Semite. Open anti-Semite. So is Rashida Tlaib, also an open anti-Semite, who in the past has suggested that American Jews are rife with dual loyalty. That American Jews only like Israel because they're actually secretly nefarious Jewish workers for the
All right, that's not a quote, first of all.
No one said that. I don't even think it was implied.
No.
No one implied it.
No. He's literally just saying shit. He's making it up. He's bending reality to fit his argument. That's the only way he's ever able to somewhat survive in that. Like, the only way this guy can make a fucking argument if he bends reality. If I say the Israeli government is corrupt, AIPAC should be investigated, and everyone should take a moral stance against this type of tyranny, and he'll fucking say probably, oh, James hates Jewish people. I'm like, how? And he'll fucking twist my words around to make sure it fits his argument.
And even if you say we need to investigate all lobbying firms, every single one of them,
That's my main, yeah.
he'll only look at, oh, well, why'd you pick out AIPAC for? Why'd you do that? I'm calling out all of them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying.
AIPAC's there. Why are you calling them out? Anti-Semite.
This guy, fuck, man. Like, did daddy, like, what happened?
You can see the child in his face. Come on, guys. Think about it.
Jewish state. The Jews!
You're not funny.
It can't be that American Jews are supportive of Israel because Israel is the home of Jews protecting Jewish lives. Israel is a democracy, the only democracy in the region, and the
comes the
place
fucking propaganda.
all over the world where Muslims have the most rights. Right?
Pause. Ben, Talking Points Shapiro. Congratulations. Another great expedition of such.
Now, I'm not an expert on foreign affairs, but they seem like Israel seems like it was built up to be a democracy, as opposed to breaking down countries to make them democracies. Do you see the difference there? Like, we'll support you in order to.
Say that again?
Okay, Israel is like, we'll support you to
Who's
build
we?
up American country, American.
American government?
Yeah.
Okay.
We build you up to build a democracy, but we need to break down Syria so that they can get a democracy. Do you see the difference there? I think there's a huge difference there. I believe Syria was a secular government, secular country, and we needed to break them down to bring up democracy. We need to knock down the dictator in order to replace it with democracy. Same thing in Venezuela, right? We need to break them down to build up democracy, as opposed to build up democracy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just also taking account of what you said as far as, not so fluent in that area.
Yeah.
Middle Eastern conflicts and et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. Just trying to be careful. It's like, we're going to build you up for democracy. It's like, really? Are you really trying to do that?
Well,
I get what you mean, though. I get it. Yeah.
Well, I think they partially want to build a superpower in that area to control it for them.
Well, sure.
And then there's the whole religious aspect, which is definitely, I think, heavy in a lot of these political guys. Either that or they're using it. They're using the people who voted them in. They're using their we want Jesus to come back narrative.
Yeah.
And they're using that to get themselves elected. So they're like, well, if I do anything, I can fuck up in all these other areas, but as long as I get on a stage and say I support Israel, no matter what, I'll be good.
Yeah.
So
This guy.
he's not taking reality into account.
No, he's a fraud.
I mean,
If this dude had like an unbiased audience, he would be fucked.
yeah.
He would have no shot. No shot. The only reason why he would have like a large amount of views is only because people are paying attention to his bullshit. That's it. That's what should happen. Basically, he wouldn't have a show. Let's just say that. He can have a platform to speak, but I don't think a lot of people would listen.
Let's continue.
I mean, subscribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can't be because of that. It has to be because Jews are nefarious secret agents of the Israeli state. That's really why all
Stop.
of
You don't
one's
even
saying
have to
that.
pause it. We
No
already,
one's saying that.
yeah.
this is happening. Rashida Tlaib tweeted something out about that 3 months ago. No apology from Rashida Tlaib.
Like what?
So open anti-Semitism, totally fine
Skip over
inside
that.
the Democratic Party. And Ilhan Omar, that apology is an incredible apology. Imagine that you get in a fight with your spouse and you say something truly terrible to your spouse. I mean, you do essentially what Ilhan Omar did, and you call your wife a whore. I mean, she's basically suggesting.
Did you? What the fuck is this? Are you kidding
see
me?
the conflation.
Come on. You're a cunt. It's all about the Benjamins. People should look at what AIPAC is doing. It's the same thing. It's like, same thing.
Yeah, he's
Fuck outta
conflating,
here.
twisting reality again.
You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me.
A better reference would have been, well, you only married me because of my money. Maybe that would have been a better reference. But then, I don't know. It's too convoluted because of the whole AIPAC thing and him taking criticism of a country as criticism of a type of people.
Yeah, well, him taking criticism of a government is criticism. Like, did you just criticize AIPAC? Did you just criticize the Israeli government, military? So you want the deaths of all Jewish people?
Like he
Like,
did.
what?
Like he did to Mark Lamont Hill.
Exactly.
Sad.
He's calling for the deaths of all the Jews. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you stand up?
And he's such a fucking twerp that he lays out the things you can say. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Here's what you can say, and here's what you can't say. He did a video laying that out. It's like, fuck out of here, man. Like, no one's gonna like you, and I think in a relatively short period of time.
Oh,
You're gonna need more SJW outbreaks.
Yeah.
You're gonna need those.
First of all, you're gonna need a new level of it.
Yeah. No, he might not. People don't get tired of that shit.
Listen, they will eventually.
Yeah.
Think of it like this: when you had that whole thing of you fucking hippie, fuck you, man, fucking corporatist or whatever the fuck, right?
Little Eichmann.
Eventually that dies down, right?
Yeah.
And it's goes by like that. And then, what else you got?
Oh, he can keep holding it because there's people holding up the SJW ideology.
What I'm saying is,
he has a chance.
What I'm saying is, eventually it withers, settles.
If SJWs go away, this guy goes with them.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he's not. It's almost like a symbol right there.
Well, he doesn't go.
Look at the symbols right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks like Bush. Bush. That's what Shapiro.
No, it is. If you can't tell, man.
He's ideologically George W.
There's a
Bush.
space missing right in the top of his where his skull is. There's something there that's missing, just empty. So it is a U. You know what I mean?
That's right. You are missing. Where are you at?
So yeah, literally, it's what I'm saying. When that dies down, that fan base goes away. Then what? And you're gonna be really held as just a political political analyst or commentator,
And that's
and then you're going to be looked at for that. And then you're going to be the guy known as, oh, this guy is the Israeli apologist.
yeah.
Or the Israel government apologist. Yeah.
It's like,
So it's like, fuck out of here, man.
hey Ben, the guys arguing against you are on the rise. I'm not talking about us because we don't talk about Israel and Zionism every fucking video.
No.
But there are guys that do, and they're on the fucking rise. And you're gonna probably conflate that and say anti-Semitism is on the rise. We need to make laws here. Right. Notice how Ben. I don't know if Ben has said anything about the anti-BDS bill. You can't boycott someone's goods. Like, how else do you get?
Yeah.
How else do you non-violently get things going?
Yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, hey, people with wheelchairs are going to get shot, so what the fuck else are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
And by the way...
I might bring that story up a little later.
Yeah.
About
By the way,
number of children killed there.
I reasonably believe that it could be possibly Ben's underlying, what do you call it, dream to one day just sucking Netanyahu's dick long and hard.
Nah, that's not his daddy.
I don't know.
His daddy, in his mind, stands above
He
Netanyahu.
has a strong voice. Sounds like a villain.
Let's continue.
Imagine it's like, good Ben. Very good.
Let's continue. This might get us banned for that. Let's
whatever. Whatever.
That American Jews and Americans who support Israel are whores who can be bought off with money. That's basically what she suggested when she said it's all about the Benjamins. Imagine you said to your wife, you know what, sweetheart, you're a whore. And then she said, well, that's a pretty awful thing to say. How dare you? That's an evil, terrible thing to say. And he said, you know what, I apologize for how my words made you feel. No, it's the thing you said that's evil. It's the thing you said that's...
She didn't say anything. He has no concept of fucking evil. He has no clue.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know
He
what
got
good...
it from daddy.
Yeah.
Let's say this.
If I
Daddy
tell-
was a religious man, so he adopted daddy's religion, and that's his definition of evil.
Yeah. He doesn't know the difference between good and evil.
Were you evil when you said it's okay to kill civilians as long as it's not your team? Were you evil when you...
Death penalty?
Were you evil when you wanted castration and the death penalty for people? I don't even care what their fucking crimes are.
What about all the innocent bystanders getting killed? You're okay with that? Is that evil?
How about cheering on expansions of settlements? Is that evil?
People's homes getting bulldozed while they're in them. Fucking people getting shot and killed. You for that?
That's right. Keep building.
Cheering for war? For regime change?
Every war. I have not heard a war he was against. He's just against how we did it.
Yeah, was that evil? Like, you're full of shit, you know? Fucking no different than all the other fuckers for the past, 60 years.
And Ben won't pull the trigger.
By fuckers, I mean anybody that holds up a team that will fucking pretend in team play.
Ben won't.
It don't matter what happens.
Ben won't pull the trigger. He'll call on.
No.
He'll call on anonymous soldiers that he knows.
Yeah,
and say they want this. They want war.
Yeah, he's basically what people would call a chicken hawk.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura would call this guy a chicken hawk.
Yeah.
Alex Jones ethered him.
And I don't like Jones either, but hey.
Alex Jones ethered him.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Bad. But Ilhan Omar never apologized really for those comments, but we were all supposed to overlook that because so fresh, so faced, and of course she can claim in her intersectional way that she is a minority woman from Somalia who is a Muslim, and therefore that's the reason people are angry. Not because she's a rabid anti-Semite, and she's been consistently anti-Semitic for legitimately her entire career.
Bullshit. You are a bullshitter. What?
The only reason people are angry are they're either heavily pro-Israel and they're using talking points to say that she's talking about all Jews, or they're into identity politics.
Yeah.
They're into that shit.
So when you take away his fucking non-funny little sayings like so fresh, so face, which is not gonna fucking catch on, and if you fucking like it, that means you're a fan. Or if you're a fan of his dumbass compilation videos where he destroys people,
College students.
yeah, then you're a fucking fan. You're a fucking fan. You're not gonna see for him for what he really is, and that's a corrupt little fucking piece of shit.
College students and news anchors.
By the way, I understand he's a person, right? Yeah, but he's being a piece of shit. That's what I specifically mean.
Hey Ben, why don't Why don't you just stand up and debate Mark Lamont Hill on what's happening between Israel and Palestine?
Nah, he won't do that. He won't do that.
He'll get fucking murked.
There's a reason why.
He'll
I
get
guarantee you.
embarrassingly
I guarantee
murked.
you the brand. That's why I believe it's not just him. I believe it's a brand. It's a brand. It's a group of people that created him. That PR. I'm sure he has public. He has a PR. They're gonna fucking tell him, don't do it.
Yeah.
Do not do it. Stay here.
Stay away from Norman Finkelstein. Stay from him.
Fuck. That's probably the worst decision he would ever make in his life.
I've already heard him say, who is he talking about? He talked about someone and called him a self-hating Jew. Mm-hmm. Like, that won't work with Norman.
No.
He will murk you. He will give you the spanking that Daddy should have gave you.
This should have been done a long time ago, Mr. Shapiro. Self-hating Jew. Like,
Yeah.
see how far that gets you? That's not gonna get you very far, you know. No insults. Bring me your argument. Let's hear your argument.
Now, let's be honest here. People look at the quote-unquote winners.
Mm-hmm.
When they're looking for bad shit that people do, they look at the winners because they're out in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. government, it's the same people that criticize Israel are criticizing the U.S. government too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are in those same two boats. They're looking at power. Who has the power and what are they doing with it? That's why Israel gets fucking pointed out. Holy shit, man.
This is the guy that's gonna have to.
It's on its surface. It's blatant, man.
This is a guy that is probably gonna have to have some sort of traumatic experience for him to have an epiphany, because he's gonna be safe behind his fucking gated community wall or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he's gonna have his ego shattered.
That's what. Yeah. It's supposed to be left for interpretation, Mr. Jordan.
It's gonna be his son coming out as gay.
A what?
All right, that's a little blow.
What'd you say?
His son coming out as gay.
Oh, I thought you say like a son coming out of his dick or something
Nah,
like that.
nah.
Like what?
Nah.
Hey, Dad, remember those sparkly shoes you took away? Well, guess what? I'm styling now. I'm gonna be a dancer.
I'm 18, bitch.
I'm gonna be
Do
a
what I
dancer.
want.
I'm gonna be a dancer. No.
Yeah.
It's not you as an individual I'm interested in. It's my self-image, my low self-esteem ego. No.
Let's continue.
I want you to live your life to pleasing me, like
con-
I did. All right, my
Let's
bad.
continue.
It's just too easy.
Because of that. It's because she's a Muslim woman that people are very angry at her.
You
Weird.
got it.
Weird, because there are lots of Muslims that I know.
Most people are actually on her side.
Yeah.
Go back and read your comment section. People are most people are on Ilhan Omar's side. Even a guy like Adam Green, who strictly goes on about Zionists and Jewish and all this shit. That's all he talks about. He says you're too easy. There's no exposing. There's no room to expose you.
It's blatant. But if I hear someone cry wolf, I can't help but to have to fucking listen and say something about it. So, it's not that you're too easy. It's just, I'll say something.
It's that you're a public figure and let's murk you.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
It's too easy.
Who are not anti-Semitic. And yet she is anti-Semitic. So I have very little faith that this has anything to do with Islam. I have a lot of faith that it has to do with her being a blatant anti-Semite is the reason why people are upset with her. Okay, so
Stop.
Ilhan Omar.
No.
Nah,
Keep going.
nah,
Keep going. We already said it.
It was blue check marks. That's why she apologized. Blue
Yeah.
check marks on Twitter.
Yeah. And that's the problem I had with it. It's like, no. Stand.
Yesterday doubled down on her anti-Semitism. She was doing an event. This is an event in New York it was in Washington, D.C. actually, at some bookstore. She was doing it with Rashida Tlaib. And at a certain point here, somebody in the audience yells out, "It's all about the Benjamins." And both Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar smile, according to press reports. And then Ilhan Omar explains that what
Keep going.
she really wants to question is why these nefarious Jews are so loyal to Israel.
Stop.
He already-
What the fuck? Like,
He already threw shit into the well.
yeah. So
He already, yeah. You fucking try. He's trying to manipulate. people, man.
he's
It's
trying
so
to
creepy.
he's trying to manipulate people. He's trying to fucking he's basically manipulation, lying, and he does. And what that means, guys, He has fans. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care.
And if
That's big. He does not give a fuck about you. He'll sell you out. He'll throw you under the fucking bus if it means his team wins. And his team, it's not a race thing. It's a fucking whoever, man. If he was a Democrat, he'd throw you under the bus. Like, come on.
And if I had to
Christ.
go psychoanalysis again, I'm thinking it's, once again, trying to live up to the daddy figure and his super ego floating around. So it could be an honest creepiness.
Again, but sure, but specifically what he said, he's misquoting the question to already fucking give you a shit.
Yeah, everything
a shit
following
storm.
that. He has one big goal in mind. Everything else following it, I think he'll go into creeper land on purpose in order to get daddy's goals met.
Yeah.
Influence in this country that says it is okay for people to push for allegiance to a foreign country. I want to ask, why is it okay for me to talk about the influence of the NRA, of fossil fuel industries, or big pharma, and not talk about a powerful lobbying group that is influencing policy?
Okay.
Yo, bro, she could be a really good dancer. I'm sorry. I just look like horror movie.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So why is it okay to criticize these other organizations
Sure.
and lobbying,
Yeah.
but not this one?
No. It's called team playing.
This is why normal people look at this from the outside. Normal people look at this from the outside and they're like, what the fuck? Why is there special favors here?
Hey, guys, I'll dumb it down for you. Hey, guys, let's all throw tomatoes at houses. Sure, just not mine. Just not that one over there. Why? I like that one. Like, what?
Normal people look at, the Gaza protests. They see 50 plus civilians killed, and their excuse was they're throwing rocks and lighting kites on fire, compared to this powerful military with nuclear power. It's like people look at that side as like, how did they get away with this?
Oh, by the way,
How does that happen?
People met like fucking a distance away,
Yeah.
and you have semi-automatic rifles. Fuck out of here.
Those,
And there's fucking video recordings
yeah.
of dudes laughing, shooting. Watch this, boom. Watch this, boom. What's your response for that?
And by the way, those same people
And they're running away, by the way.
And those same people are also criticizing Saudi Arabia for the same shit. You only have, like, your ears only turn on when you hear Israel. Like,
Yeah, I know.
what's anti-Semitic?
Yeah, I know.
Just like this. She talks about the NRA. She talks about Big Pharma. Nothing.
It's
Talks
immoral.
about APAC.
Yeah.
What? What was that?
Yeah.
Anti-Semitic.
You can't fucking only... Look, I'm not going to say this correctly. You can't fucking be good for like half a day.
Yeah.
It's a around the clock, 24/7,
Non-stop.
day and night, even when you fucking
Non-stop.
sleep. You can't fucking, I'm going to help you. Yeah. Oh, you're black. Oh, can't help you. Help me. Oh, like, nope. Like, what?
You can't
No, you can't be a little bit of good.
You can't be complaining about identity politics 24/7. In which case you can hear him try to turn it into he's on the anti-SJW train.
Yeah.
By saying they're only mad because Muslims and blah 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 and intersectionality.
I know.
You can hear him try to turn it into that because everyone else, normal people watching, are like, no, your feelings are hurt here
Yeah.
because it's about Israel. And you associate Israel with Jewish, so you're defending it no matter what.
Yeah.
Very creepy. Psychologically should be telling.
Netanyahu could be busted for something with tremendous,
Evidence.
damning evidence of corruption. He will still be on Team Israel. When I say Team Israel, I mean the Israeli government. Okay? That's a problem. You should be for the people, not the fucking government.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Also,
And by the way, hold on, my fault. And by the way, that means you really actually, it's ironic because that means that you actually don't care about the Israeli people.
yeah.
So
a lot
it's
of-
funny, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of Jewish people who are anti-AIPAC, 100%. And they say AIPAC. He believes them when they say that. When they say AIPAC, he's like, oh, they're just complaining about AIPAC. When she says it, she's a Jewish hater. She hates the Jews. The nefarious Jews.
Like, when did she say that? She didn't say that. She didn't even imply it. So fuck out of here.
I just want to bring up the report I saw
So
yesterday
blatant. What?
of the UN looking into Israel for crimes against humanity. Where it was, I believe, March of 2018, March 1st or March 31st to December 31st, 2018. And they found it was 180 something civilian deaths compared to zero casualties
Right.
for Israel. They had 4 injuries. 4 injuries. I believe the Palestinian injuries were up to somewhere around 6,000 plus.
Yeah. Come on, man.
So it's like, come on. The normal person looking at that's like, what? What?
And literally, not only that, right?
Hamas supporter.
Someone's also gonna fucking look at the segregated communities. Hey, you can keep walking. You can't go through here. What?
Yeah.
You're not Jewish. You can't fucking go through here. What's going on here? All these settlements, fucking bulldozing houses and putting fucking what's the word? Ethnic what?
What?
A community that's based around its ethnicity.
People usually say ethno-state.
My
for
bad.
Israel and Iran and things like that.
Problem is, yeah, it is crimes against humanity. But I would use my own definition as far as crimes against humanity, because everyone's fucking going down.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Also, they
U.S., you too. You guys over here, you know what I mean?
also like identification and shit like that.
Yeah.
To make sure that, okay, we know that these are Palestinians, and it's like, and then if you compare that to Nazism, you're called anti-Semitic.
Yeah, no.
Ben
Hey,
Shapiro laid that out in one of his arguments.
that's ridiculous.
If you
It's
compare this to this,
it's
anti-Semitic because
he's
we had it worse.
shut. You weren't like fuck.
We had
outta
it worse,
here.
and you're downtrodden on what really happened.
Let me get this
with us.
straight. So there's certain places the Palestinians can't go because of their race, essentially. Oh, you're not Jewish.
Well, they have Arabs.
My fault.
They have Arabs. They have Muslims in Israel, but I
Not
think
race.
I think I posed this question. Could you ever have a Muslim prime minister in Israel? Will that ever happen?
Probably not. So
So it's like-
let me correct myself.
What if a horde of nonviolent, just people wanting to move to Israel that are Muslims, and they had the majority of votes, and they voted in a Muslim for Israel as a prime minister of Israel?
I don't know.
Like, I don't think that's happening.
I don't know. So what I meant was, you can't go a specific area if you're this. Oh, you're Palestinian. You're a Palestinian. You can't go here. Oh fuck. Oh, what's that? I need to see your identification. Oh, you can't live in this community because you're not this. You're not of this ethnicity. Let's see. What did the Nazis do? Here, you're Jewish. You gotta wear this, so we know who you are. No Jews over here. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to leave. You can't live here.
A lot of people call it like open air prisons. Max Blumenthal, Norman Finkelstein, but I guess they're just self-hating Jews.
Forgive me for my lack of. I don't really mean that. I'm not an expert, but I'm not a fucking dummy. If you want specific examples, you can go to those guys. The Norman Finkelsteins. Ryan Dawson, etc.
Max Blumenthal.
Yeah, him. So yeah, but
Happy Martin.
I can clearly see that. It's like, this is hypocrisy at its finest, and hiding behind the Holocaust is fucking cowardly.
Yeah, Norman
Of all
Finkelstein
people, right?
said-
It's ironic because Ben Shapiro criticized Piers Morgan of standing on the graves of children of Sandy Hook, and basically using that
as a way to get
to
rid
elevate
of guns.
himself for the fucking gun laws.
Yeah.
And what is he doing? He's just using this like anti-Semitism, Holocaust, etc., to elevate his argument. Like, you're a fucking hypocrite and you're a piece of shit, man.
That's a great point. Let's continue.
Because the NRA is pushing for a principle. Okay, the Koch brothers push for principles. Your suggestion, Ilhan
Pushing for a profit. For what means, I don't know.
Omar, you anti-Semite, your suggestion
You're a
is
piece
that
of shit.
AIPAC and the Jews broadly in the United States and American Israel supporters in the United States are not supporting Israel based on principle. They are doing so based on dual loyalty. They are doing so based on tribal loyalty to Jews. So in other words, if Israel decided to become a monstrous dictatorship overnight and start legitimately executing people, that all the Jews in the United States would call for continued American support for Israel. Because their principle...
You would. You fucking would.
Yeah, you probably would. You twist it around to say they had explosive kites, so they need to be shot down.
The only reason why he wouldn't, if it was
In fact, you did that already.
My bad. What I mean was, if it was so blatantly honest, if the Israeli government literally put up a flag that says, we're going to kill you all, death to Palestinians, etc., like the government did it, then he'll have to fucking go, all right, I gotta be fucking out and open on this. Do I support this or do I go against it? That's it.
He'd have to think about it.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Also,
Now-
a lot of Jewish Americans and Jewish Israelis would all be like, fuck them for doing that.
Yeah.
Fuck that government.
Yeah.
Fuck those motherfuckers. And a lot of them were on the side of Ilhan Omar.
Mm-hmm.
What you were looking for was blue check marks and mainstream political pundits and shit. You didn't look for real people. What? Ah, his face. He's trying to keep that bottom lip in line. Keep that shit in check, son. Stay where I told you to go.
He wants a blue check mark right here. Now he'll give him that blue check mark.
Let's continue.
Get on your knees, my son. Let me help
You're gonna
you.
get us banned.
How?
Let's continue.
free. I mean, that's her essential contention. Her essential contention is that American Jewish support for Israel is not based on any sort of principle. It is based on allegiance to a foreign power. Now,
What?
think about how...
I think it's allegiance to some crazy religious thing. I definitely think that, man. I said that about Alex Jones a while ago. I'm like,
Oh, him?
when he starts, maybe it's different now because he started talking about that alien shit. But when I hear things about like guys who sound super religious, like prosperity and Christ, and when they start talking like that, and then it's like we need to support Israel no matter what, and it's like that gets me thinking, like, are you guys looking for some sort of end times prophecy thing? We were looking at a clip of Bolsonaro, right? This Brazilian dude, and he has the Brazilian flag and he has the Israeli flag right next to it.
Yeah.
And everyone calls him super religious and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I look at, if you take super religious people, I think they don't say it out loud, but they're quietly looking for like revelation or some shit.
Maybe.
Like
I can understand
Jesus
why
won't come back until what is it? Israel's established as a nation or something like that.
We can do something on that eventually, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's like you wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for this thing over here that you're looking for.
Yeah. So let's put this in just like in a thought experiment. If, let's say, we got a bunch of anti-war, the whole population of Israel and all the politicians become anti-war, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it, man. It's land. Let's all live together. I don't care what you call it. Call it Palestine. Why not? Who gives a fuck? It's just a name for us, all of us. We're gonna do this peacefully. There would be an underground of Americans that are looking for Jesus to come back that'll be mad that you don't use the name Israel. If you use the name Palestine, they'll be like, what the fuck? We need Israel to be here so that Jesus will come back someday and blah, 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 blah.
Jesus
I
came
pay
back.
attention to shit like that. You should too.
And by
Look
the way,
into it.
Yeah. By the way, if Jesus actually did come back, he'd go, "Yeah, you got it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it wrong."
Yeah, probably.
And then someone would kill him. You mean
Same
a
thing.
Jewish guy would kill? No, it'd be somebody. Someone who was a team player would fucking kill that guy.
And I think the same thing with all these messiahs and prophets from all these religions. They're like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Exactly. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna just leave like everybody else out of it. It's
Like, guys, I understand you're dumb, but I'm not taking responsibility for this.
Yeah.
For you killing people
No.
in my name, I won't accept
It's
that.
like, hey man, what the fuck? Why are you killing people? And wait, why are you wearing the shit I died on? What's going on here? You imagine
Yeah.
this shit? You imagine if, like, in some alternate universe, like reality, people fucking like they worship Denzel Washington. They wear a necklace piece of him getting shot by Russians in Trading Day.
I thought it was a documentary. All right, let's continue.
Probably was.
Absurd that is in the context of other states. I am a big believer that the United States should stand with the continued existence of Great Britain. And I think that the existence of Great Britain is a great and wonderful thing. Why? Because it is a country that has stood for human dignity and liberty, because it is a country that is democracy, because it is an ally of the United States in realpolitik terms. Does this mean that I have allegiance to Great Britain?
People don't see the atrocities in their face about Britain. I don't even know what the fuck they do. I'm sure they do some shit.
Britain?
I know Tony Blair was like, let's go to Iraq. We need to stop Saddam Hussein.
Any sort of
And I mean in modern time. Contemporary modern time.
yeah, me too.
I don't mean going back to like black and white videos. But yeah, the Israeli thing
Look,
is
never mind.
the Israeli thing is right in your face. It's right. I said that earlier. It's right in your face. You have all these credible journalists who tell the truth about all these other countries. Why wouldn't they tell the truth about this? Or, tell the truth as best they can. Why wouldn't they do that about Israel? But guys like this motherfucker, when they hear the name Israel, they start sweating and panicking and, oh God, this is anti-Semitic. Even though you might not even think that deep down. It might just be a means to an end. Oh, this is how you defend it. You just call everything anti-Semitic. And it kills the argument, and you stop talking. And then that's it. It goes away. People aren't going to stand for that. You can't hold them back for forever.
Yeah.
Adam Green I keep bringing up Adam Green, but that's just to prove it. He started off with a small number of subscribers, and then boom, 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 he started doubling and tripling his fucking fan base. It's because all he talks about is Zionism and Jewish shit.
The only problem with him is look at people who are commenting under his videos, and that's the kind of crowd he's attracting. That's the only problem. Other than him singularly focusing on this one thing. But, yeah.
Which is why, like, Ryan Dawson hasn't doubled and tripled his fan
No.
base, because he'll be like, guys, it's not just all Jewish people. That's not the problem here.
He's more careful, even though he insults people.
He insults everybody, but it's,
but he's more careful.
I don't think he's being careful. I think he's trying to say what he understands as facts.
He doesn't say Jews. He doesn't, you know what I mean?
Well, because he can't, because I think he's trying to say the most, like, here's the information. It's not just this. That's why he doesn't say it.
My bad. I don't mean to be careful. I mean, it's literally more, in a way, responsible. Like, I'm not.
I think that's by default.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think that's by default.
I don't think so.
I think that's by
I
default.
don't think so, man.
So you think he deep down thinks it is Jewish people, but he's being careful by not saying that. I don't think that at all.
Who?
Dawson.
No, I didn't say that.
Then where are you going at?
I said I don't even think he's being careful. I think, or at least what I meant to say. Let me give you a specific example. He goes in the comments and he looks at shit, and he'll go, yeah, all Jewish people, the Jews are after it. Da, da, da. He's like, no. I don't see
Okay.
Green doing that.
That's different. That's someone else talking about him or about his content. I meant him personally. I don't think he's being careful at all. I think he's saying, this is what we have on paper.
No, I
Here it
meant
is.
being careful of what he says on these videos. See,
I don't think he does that either.
I think so. Yeah.
I think he's careful about what other people are saying. He's like, I don't want you here. Go away.
No, he's not gonna look. He's not gonna fucking say, "Oh, the Jews are doing this." Da, 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 like just so
Because
casually.
I don't think he believes that.
Me either.
That's why he doesn't say it.
Even if Adam Green,
Not because he's careful.
even if Adam Green doesn't fucking believe in that either, like you're not being too fucking, you know, like mindful of what you're saying here. Now you're attracting these guys. Now we can quote you.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I look at that differently. I think it's just Dawson just laying out what he sees as facts.
Maybe.
Straight up. All right, let's continue.
There's a lot more.
I have full allegiance to the British. I think France should exist. I think Germany should exist. And I think Israel should exist too. And I think that backing the continued existence of the state of Israel in the face of genocidal terrorism is not, in fact, a violation of America's priorities. I think it should be.
There's the thing. I think most people look at it as Israel participating in a genocide, or at the very least apartheid. I think people lean more towards apartheid.
There's even an argument.
Either way, it's crimes against humanity.
There's an argument to be made that they're participating in some sort of ethnic cleansing.
So it's like,
come on, man. That's like specific.
yeah. So it's like you're using the excuse of these guys are genocidal terrorist guys. That gives you an excuse to have a kill amount of 180 something to 0.
These terrorists that
Like,
no
someday-
one knows how they fund them. That gives me carte blanche to say that we can kill all these fuckers.
Someday they're going to hurt us, so we need to start shooting them now. That's what I just heard right now. That's what I heard.
Reminds me of what's his name? Radio show, big curly black hair.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, he said that. He's like,
Yeah. And he ate shit for it.
we gotta kill them all. I'm like, whoa, we gotta kill them all. We got the children too. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna want revenge. It's like, what the fuck, man?
I believe I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Quite creepy. Very creepy.
Ooh, and he's still
One of America's moral priorities. That does not indicate dual loyalty or allegiance to Israel. That's an insane contention. And
Here's another reason why people look at it sideways, is because they could have easily supported Palestine instead.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you be saying? Like, oh, they're biased towards Palestine, giving them billions of dollars and helping them build their government and all that. I think he willfully ignores what most people say in order to push a narrative.
That's why I call him a corrupt piece of shit. Come on, man. You can't fucking say you stand for the fucking truth and justice and shit, and fucking look at your friend who's getting picked on, help him, but someone you don't know or someone that like you're a fucking Phillies fan. You help the guy with the Philly shirt on, but the guy the Mets fan's getting stomped out over there by God knows who, and you're like, no, I don't see anything.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, man.
And you use the excuse.
Come on.
Well, if we didn't do that, he was going to attack us. They'd done it before. So this guy, this brand new individual right here, it's their history.
So this is why I'm literally like, what redemption? What? I don't see it. I don't hear it. Just because you fucking apologize, I don't see any shit, right?
Yeah.
Those fucking tweets he did, that's telling, and the shit he's saying right now is telling, okay? Fucking years apart, I don't see any difference here.
Especially
You know
when
what's
you're
different
talking
now? You know what's different now? The difference now is he won't be so open with his tweets because he fucking learned his lesson. You gotta be a little more fucking concealed.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Especially with civilian, death. It takes a measured amount of change in your life to seek redemption for saying something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry will not cut it.
No.
It could cut it if you really meant it and you did all the work behind closed doors. But as soon as you get back on a microphone, you start talking the same shit in a
That's what I
different
mean.
way.
That's what I mean.
It's like, where's the redemption at? Where is that?
Yeah.
an anti-Semitic one, because again, it is suggesting something about Jews that you would not suggest about anyone else. Would Ilhan Omar be willing?
What if she suggested something about Israel that she doesn't suggest about any other country? Is that a problem? What if she took studies on just Israel alone? Is that anti-Semitic?
Right. Norman Finkelstein, right? That dude's main area of expertise is what?
Israel and
Okay.
Palestine.
Yeah, that conflict.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Oh.
He's self-hating, though. He doesn't count. He hates
That
himself.
holds up. That holds up.
to say that Catholics have dual loyalty to Rome. Catholics have dual loyalty to the Pope. No.
If we were funding Rome, if we were funding the Vatican with billions of dollars to basically to kill and separate, their Protestant neighbors, then people would be saying shit about it. What don't you get? I know you get this, and you're lying to people. You get this, Ben, but you're bullshitting, man. You're selling some shit to people. That's why we're calling you out. No one will listen to it, but we're calling you out. Just so it's on record. Yeah.
Well, I'm morally
Catholic-
obligated.
Granted, if we ever made it somewhere, that would make this guy afraid to...
When?
If or when we made it somewhere, it would make this guy afraid to debate us. For sure.
No. This guy will
He'll have
avoid
an
us.
excuse. He'll have an excuse here to back out.
This guy will avoid us.
They're anti-Semitic, and
This guy will avoid us unless I crash his party.
because I'll go straight up. I'll go psychological, and it'd be hard to run from that on a stage with lights in your face. What?
Time?
What time is it?
No, like the video.
An hour and 1 minute.
All right.
All right, almost over. Almost.
Oh, I'm saying there's more.
Have
so.
a series
Make
of
sure
religious
some
principles
time,
that they
some
hold
stamps.
dear, and those religious principles jibe with their American citizenship
Like a separate.
because they believe that America forwards certain basic precepts that agree with the basic precepts of Christianity. This notion that if you have we all have certain fundamental moral principles that dictate what we support and what we do not. But that's not what Ilhan Omar is claiming. She's claiming that the Jews particularly don't have any central moral principle for supporting Israel. There's no moral principle underlying it. It is simply dual loyalty or allegiance to the government of Israel.
You're fucking throwing shit in her mouth, man. That's what you're doing. She said this and that. No, she didn't, man. You're fucking doing that. And you're going to do that to whoever the fuck criticizes your fucking team. And your team is basically this weird fucking ideology of this image of the people, which it isn't. It's really your fucking government and whatever the fuck they do. And you're going to cover up for whatever fucking tyranny they do or crimes, whatever, etc., etc. That's what you're going to fucking do. You don't care about your people. So shut the fuck up. It's unreal. Anybody that's a fan of this dude, you should fucking take 2 steps back and fucking realize what the fuck you're supporting. It's unreal.
Also, I don't see any reason to support Israel for a moral sense.
That doesn't make sense. It just,
I only
what?
see it, as far as evidence goes, I only see it as ideological as why people support Israel. I don't see it as a moral one because you have to look at the beginnings of it.
Sure.
Look at the beginnings of it. It's like, where's the moral fortitude? Where's that there? I only see the ideological stance.
Maybe.
That's what I see.
If
If you want to go moral, it's like, why don't you create Israel in a land where no one lives at? No one lives there.
Yeah, I know.
Make that Israel.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we had the Holocaust and all this shit happen, and people persecute Jews. We need to find a land of our own. Let's take this abandoned island or abandoned area and set up shop here. Like, cool. That sounds like you're trying to protect yourself in a moral sense. This shit sounds like,
On a shallow,
this seems like,
yeah.
oh, there's people here. We're going to go in and we're going to take over the place. Not Jewish, but like Zionists did that. There were already Jewish people living in Palestine peacefully
Okay.
with Palestinians,
Palestine, yeah.
with Muslims, with Arabs, living there peacefully. And you go in and disrupt this country. Like, it's on the surface, just people looking at that's like, that's not right. A kid will say, that's not fair.
Yeah.
If we took this and put it in a modern sense, we say, okay, we're going to erase everyone's memory, and then we're going to do it again in today's world.
And then
People would be like,
yeah.
what? You're going to do what?
And the worst thing is when someone says like that, like a very innocent, but says that's not fair. That's just the way the world works. That's the way he's going to tell you. You need to take that idea and you need to throttle it.
Yeah. And those same people criticizing this criticize other topics, and he'll write it off as intersectionality. because he needs he needs that to exist. He needs the talking points. He needs the college kids to exist
Sure.
to have these ideologies.
What's one of the worst crimes I said?
Kids just crying about wanting things to be fair.
Yeah.
They go about it wrong,
Sure.
but they're crying about they want things to be fair, and he's going to use that as his little buffer to usher in this bullshit.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Hey man, do you care? Why are you here? Even if they're fucking children, I mean, as far as mature compared to someone who's mature.
Yeah.
Right? Even if they're children out there screaming and shit, like, hey, do you let's say they really do believe something's wrong, but they're going about it the wrong way. Why are you here? Why are you here, Ben?
Jumped on the SJW gravy train. For
Just
sure.
just like Crowder, just I could keep going.
I want
Just
someone
like Gavin.
I want someone in our comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what made Ben Shapiro special ideologically until the SJWs came up. Before that, what made him special ideologically? All I hear is like Bush, typical Republican talking points.
But what did you say? He's your prototypical neocon.
Yeah.
Like you fit perfect within that era.
Don't say don't say he talks fast or he has quick responses, quick whippy responses. Don't use that. Don't say he talks really fast and he's smart and blah blah blah. He graduated at 16 and don't say that. Say ideologically, what made him so special? I'd love to hear it.
Israel. That is a vile smear that has been perpetrated against Jews for legitimately centuries. That the Jews are a people apart who only have tribal loyalty and they don't have any underlying principles that leads to a belief that the Jewish people should exist.
Not the Jewish people. It's their country existing based on religious grounds.
Yeah.
What the freak, man? Why couldn't they just move to Palestine and be like, we want to get out of Europe. Europe is fucking crazy right now. We want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Can we hang out here? Why'd you have to create a state on someone else's fucking land? I don't get it.
You're talking about the Zionists.
Yeah.
There. Just being specific here. This is why I will say, and I'm gonna say it today, and I'll keep saying it for as long as this dude fucking says stupid shit. He does not care about anybody.
He cares about daddy.
Here's the shit.
Daddy tells him what to care
When
about.
I say that,
His super ego daddy figure. If you have questions, leave it in the comment section or call in about psychological ideas as far as the super ego goes. He has a daddy figure in his mind somewhere telling him this is the right way and this is the wrong way. He might not even hear it himself.
all right, I'm gonna be specific here. When I say this guy doesn't care about anybody, before you fucking have a goddamn fit, fucking really think, can care or love be directed at one thing? No, it has to be everything. Everything. Okay? If it's one little fucking thing and you act tyrannical to somewhere, have tyranny or whatever the fuck towards somewhere else, then it's not true care. It's inauthentic. So don't fucking tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about his fans. He doesn't care about the people of Israel. Whoever. He doesn't give a fuck. A lot of these dudes don't. These dudes that sit behind their desk and ask for death. It's like, fuck these guys. They don't care about you. They're not going to help. They're not going to help make the world a better place. To make the world a shittier place.
I think he cares.
It's so obvious.
I think he'll care because the super ego cares.
It's not really.
It's not the true essence of caring, real caring, but for social points, we'll just call it.
I was going.
I'm just gonna call.
I was going. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm going past that. I'm talking about like the truest sense of it. It's literally like, how could I say this? Instead of turning the light on in the room, there's a fucking sun outside. That's the difference.
Yeah. All right, we've heard enough from this fucking guy. At least in this portion of the video.
There's so much more.
Just in this small portion, we've heard enough from this fucking guy. Please subscribe if you like. comment as always. Agree, disagree. We will respond. You can call in, set something up. Google Hangouts, you can call in. Please consider donating to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The link is in the description box. The website is in the intro to our video. Please consider donating. Just click the link in the description box for Devon's Journey to Recovery. Read the story and think about donating. Any amount will help. Instead of going to Steven Crowder's Mug Club, drop some cash over here. Not for us. For charity, for one of our subscribers, because we don't have free healthcare. And Ben will try everything he can to make sure that doesn't happen.
Now, let me just state this. Like, he said something about, like, money from his mug club or something goes towards, like, helping his dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. So do what you want, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, split the difference.
Whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Whatever you're going to donate for Steven Crowder's dogs, cut that in half.
Dog.
Give half here, half there. Once again, not for us. For helping Devon out. Link in the description box or GoFundMe account. And with that said, give this video a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in.